Here's the latest on what's going on with Tropical Storm Maria. As of this advisory, the 5 p.m. advisory, it was downgraded to a tropical storm to 70-mile-an-hour winds, so it's below 74, so it becomes a tropical storm. It'll continue to slowly weaken as it moves slowly, painfully slowly northward during the overnight hours. There's where it is at 2 o'clock in the morning. Here's where it is by Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Little bit more of a northeastward turn, but still very slow movement. I think as it moves more eastward and northeastward, things should improve by tomorrow night as it moves on away from Hatteras Island, moves away from the Hampton Roads area. There's where it is by 2 o'clock in the morning tomorrow night, Wednesday night, late Thursday morning. This is our Thursday afternoon. It's lifted eastward, so conditions have definitely improved. Now, between Thursday and Friday, it really gets caught up in an upper-level wind flow. And that upper-level wind flow is just going to rocket it on off to the east and then northeast. So by this is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be way out off into the North Atlantic all the way toward Great Britain, so the British Isles. So that's what's going on with that thing. Lee is no threat right on into here. And of course, Maria is a little bit weaker, as we showed you with the latest from the Hurricane Center. What's going on for us? Stray shower or two, spritzes of rainfall. It's kept things in the streets wet all day long. We're going to continue to see a little bit of that, but it's not going to be huge amounts of rainfall for this. But we are going to see some wind, 22 miles an hour. This is the Virginia Beach wind arrow, and this is the Cape Hatteras wind arrow. It's a little bit too far north, but it gives you an idea of what's going on with the winds coming up over the next couple of days. There's where things are at 4 o'clock in the morning. A northerly wind, 36 miles an hour, likely gusting well above that for Cape Hatteras. There's where things are by 9 o'clock in the morning, 34-mile-an-hour winds. Now, we're likely to see sound side flooding by that point. It'll come washing on in over the sound, especially southern Hatteras Island. There's where things are by 2 in the afternoon. That's close to high tide for sound side flooding, and also for the Hampton Roads cities. High tide is around 3 o'clock. It'll be minor for the Hampton Roads area, but more moderate for the Outer Banks, again, during the afternoon hours especially. Here's where things are 2 in the afternoon. Take it to 7 o'clock in the evening, more than northwesterly wind. Now, conditions start to improve from there on in as the storm starts to kick on away. As we're farther eastward. It'll still be breezy during the first part of the day, especially on Thursday, but as we work our way into the day, again, that wind drops on off. We've seen this spritzy rain every now and then. It's not likely to amount to very much. We've got an overnight high tide that'll be a nuisance, 2:25 in the morning. There's going to be the big tide out of this. It'll be minor tidal flooding, 4.8 feet. There's a little wiggle room on that. Could be a little higher or lower coming up, and then dropping on down from there by Thursday. As far as the major effects, the worst of the storm from now through 5 o'clock on Wednesday for the Outer Banks. 30-40 mile-an-hour winds, gusts to 50, 60 miles an hour. Tidal rise of 2 to 4 feet above ground level, and it'll be mainly on the sound side, and mainly on Hatteras Island. So Pamlico Sound, again, could really come rising on up. Moderate tidal flooding possible, sound side in the Outer Banks. Worst of storm for the Hampton Roads area, again, from now through around 5 o'clock on Wednesday. 20-25 mile-an-hour winds, gusting to 35. At the ocean front, minor tidal flooding at 3 o'clock in the afternoon coming up on Thursday. So that's what we've got going on with Maria. And again, our biggest effects overnight through 5 o'clock tomorrow. 78 for a high, 81 on Thursday. Breezy. Now, wind drops off by the end of the day. Look at how much it cools off by Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.